Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ekbereka. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. I'm going to cut the back part, and this is center back. So from this edge to this line is ½ inch. This line is ½ inch because I'm going to cut the center back open. So I'll use this ½ inch for seam allowance to join it back. So, and this one is the starting point, like guide, and this side is 2 inches seam allowance. So I'm going to mark it now. My neck width, you use the same neck width that you use on the front one for the back one. It's very important. So my neck width is 3 inches, and neck depth of half inch, because it's jackets. ½ inch. So I'll connect it. ½ inch. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2 is 8, plus ½ inch seam allowance is 8.5. So I'll mark 8.5 here. I'll come down by 1 inch for shoulder slant, shoulder slop, and here, from here, I'll mark half of round armhole. My round armhole is 18 divided by 2 is 9, and 9 is also standard. I'll connect the line. So this is my chest line where I'll put my bust measurements. This is shoulder line. So my half length is 17. My hip is 24. Hip line, half length is waistline. Hip line is 24. Length of the blouse is 25, and this is 2 inches seam allowance. This is shoulder slant. I connected it to the neckline like this. So now I want to curve the armhole. This back armhole is fine. So I'll put my measurements now. My bust is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5, plus 2 inches seam allowance. 11.5. See where I'm taking the measurement from this line here. So 11.5 plus 2 inches seam allowance, 13.5. So my waist is 38. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5, plus 1 inch for that and 2 inches for seam allowance. So 9.5, 1 inch for that, 2 inches for seam allowance. The rest 2 inches, 12.5. So my hip is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5, plus 2 inches seam allowance. Okay, I'll connect it now. I'm going to mark the darts. I'll start from this main shoulder line. Back dart starts from 9 inches. So on this side, I'll use my bust palm measurement, which is nipple to nipple measurement. So my nipple to nipple is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So I'll mark 4.5 here. I'll connect the line. So this is the waistline. I'll mark half inch on both sides. I'll connect it to this point, and also so on this side, this is the hip line. You will come up by 2 inches. You'll come up to, you'll mark 2 inches from this line, hip line, like this. My dart will stop here. Okay, so but on this side, if your nipple to nipple measurement is not up to 4 inches, you will use 4 inches, which is a standard on this side. So now this is the back part. So on the waistline here, I'm going to cut it now, but I'll mark half inch here on the waistline here. From this line, I'm coming by half inch. On the waistline here, I came in by half inch. I mark half inch here. So from here, from this point, I now connected it to this line, this half inch line here, and down to the hip line. So when you're joining, you will join from this half inch and start connecting. You connect it to this one and come back to this one again. I'm going to cut it now. Okay, this center back, I'm going to cut it now. The back part is 2 pieces because of the center line is 2. So I folded my fabric into 2 and put one of it on top of it to cut the main fabric, to cut out the main fabric. So you will just cut it like this. So after doing that, you will now mark this one. You will now put them together again. Put this together. So I put the two lining together. I marked 1 inch. This line is 1 inch. You can see this is 2 inches seam allowance. From here to this edge is 2 inches. So this line is 1 inch because the lining is supposed to be 1 inch shorter. So I'm going to cut this 1 inch off. I'm going to use this as lining. This is my lining for the back side. I've already cut the main fabric with it. After cutting the main fabric, then you cut this off. I've cut my main fabric with it. After cutting the main fabric, then you will cut 1 inch off from the lining because lining will be 1 inch shorter. Okay, so please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.